Hey YouTube, how you doing? This is Pop Culture Candy coming at you again with another video. I'm going to try to keep this to a weekly thing if it's feasible, and I'll share some insight and some info with you guys. So what I got for you this week is some undervalued and overlooked second and third appearance books. Now, we all know that for most of us, those first appearances are just way too much money, and we're just priced out of that market. Unless we hit the lottery or came into a nice windfall, or we're driving down the parkway, and a bag of money fell out of an armored car. It's impossible for us to get a book, like Amazing Fantasy 15, ASM number 1, Detective Comics 27, Action Comics 1. There's no way we're going to be able to afford that book. But there are second and third appearance books that, are way affordable and overlooked a lot of times because everybody wants that big, they're saving up for that big book. And I think if, you save your money and you hunt, you could find these second and third appearance books for a really good price. And eventually, when more and more people get priced out of the market, they just move on to the next appearance. And I feel that right now, this is a very undervalued and overlooked appearances. Strange Tales 135, okay? That's Nick Fury's first appearance as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's also Hydra's first appearance in comic book continuity. Okay, so what's the next best thing? Strange Tales 136, and that would be the second appearance of Nick Fury as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. second appearance, and Hydra's second appearance as well. And then following that one, we have 137, and this is the third appearance of Nick Fury and third appearance of Hydra as well. Great art. This is when Steranko took over, drawing, took over that, that series and did Nick Fury his way. And the artwork is just fantastic on that. All right, so now the next book I got for you guys, obviously none of us can afford Hulk 181, but we can afford Hulk 182, which is the third appearance of Wolverine. Some people claim this is a cameo appearance, second cameo appearance. I don't know. To me, it's the third appearance. 180 he showed up in. To me, that's his first appearance. 181, obviously he's on the cover and fully through the story. But then he makes a one-page to continue the storyline in 182. So to me, that's an appearance. So this is a very undervalued book right now. Everybody's going after 180 and saving up for 181. I would love to have it one day, but, unless, like I said, it just ain't happening right now. So that works for me to have a second appearance. And eventually, 181 is going to get too much money. And who are we going to go after? Maybe same character, but in 182. Or maybe Wolverine number 1, from the limited series. Or even... even that book's starting to grow now too, and people getting pushed out of that market, and they're going with Wolverine 1 from the ongoing series. So, another popular character I got for you guys, he made his debut in ASM 129, The Punisher. That's not as big as, not a big dollar amount like 181, but it's still a really, really pricey book. So, he showed up for the second time in Amazing Spider-Man 135. This is his second appearance. Again, overlooked. People are starting to catch on to this now, but it's still undervalued. It's still a really undervalued book. I would like to upgrade my copy. It's got some issues. I would say it's about a 2 or a 3. I'd say more like maybe a 2.5. It's got some, maybe a press would help this thing, Okay. Now his third appearance is not the following issue. It's actually in giant size Spider-Man and the Punisher. These are square bound books, and they're really, really hard to get in high grade because it was a square bound book. This book is in really, really nice shape. It definitely needs a press, but the corners are tight. The spine is awesome on this thing. I don't know if you guys could see it. It's kind of hard to see, but the spine is really tight. Usually the spine's the first thing that go on this. But like I said, another very, very overlooked and undervalued book. And this is the Punisher's third appearance. Okay, so now, Silver Surfer. You know, now we're talking a blue chip key. You know, you got Fantastic Four 48 is where he made his first appearance next to Galactus. You know, even now 49 is just getting up there too, you know. And what's the next one in that? Fantastic Four number 50. And what a great cover. I think 49 is my favorite cover, but this is pretty badass too. This is a really nice, just solo shot of Silver Surfer in awesome artwork. You know, 49's got Galactus in the background. 49 is a really, really, really nice cover. But 50 is right up there too. And you know, this is eventually going to get expensive. Right now, it's definitely affordable. You know, watch some auctions. Maybe you can get a good, really, really good deal on that, because that book's it's gonna go up. It really is. Because people, you know, nobody can really get a 48. I mean, you can. You're gonna have to save for a while. Maybe sell off part of your collection. You know, and even 49 is starting to creep up there too. And once Fantastic Four shows up in the MCU, that's it. You'll eventually be priced out of the 50 as well. All right. Now everybody talks about Miles Morales, Ultimate Fallout 4. That book just keeps climbing I don't know, it seems like every time I watch a video, somebody's talking about how it jumped up again. And it's getting to the point where, you know, people are starting to get priced out of that. I love, you know. So the next best thing is Ultimate Comics SpiderMan. This is Miles Morales' second appearance and the first issue in the ongoing. Really, really nice looking book. Really, really clean. I got a great price on this. Maybe, I don't know, 2 years ago. Really cheap. Now this, you know, it's still a pretty really affordable book. If you can't get an Ultimate, you know, Fallout 4, what's the next best thing? His second appearance. It's the first issue in an ongoing series. You know, it's like, if I can't afford Amazing Fantasy, if I had a choice, I'd choose Amazing Fantasy 15 over Amazing Spider-Man number 1. But what can I afford first? Definitely ASM 1. So if anybody out there can afford Ultimate Fallout 4 for the first appearance of Miles, there it is, his second appearance. Just like AF-15 into Spider-Man 1. You had Ultimate Fallout 4 into Ultimate Comics to Spider-Man. Not issue number 1. Okay, now I got a DC book. Obviously you can see I'm Marvel, but I do have some DC book. So now, Aquaman made his first appearance in Adventure Comics 260, which is kind of weird because when you look at the cover, he's got a cape and he's flying. At least it looks like he's flying. He's levitating in the air, right over a house. Superman standing on the ground. But Showcase Comics, I guess they redrew him and did whatever, you know, changed the story up a little. And it's his first appearance, but it's really his second appearance in the Silver Age, though it's the first issue. This was the tryout issue to see how this would work. You know, this predates Aquaman number 1 in the ongoing series. And this is a very, very undervalued book. And it's overlooked too. I mean, technically it's a first appearance, but it's really not, because he made his debut in Adventure Comics. Okay, and then right after that, here is 31. And this is his second appearance. And still 10 cents. You know, it's on the crest of that end of the Golden Age, you know, beginning of Silver Age. You know, I didn't have too many books that were in the Silver Age, really, with the 10 cent, you know, sticker price. You see 10 cents, you know it's Golden Age, except that very tail end of that time when it, you know, they kind of, you know, really, it's like Fantastic Four ushered in the Silver Age, I would consider, you know. Okay, back to some Spider-Man here. Green Goblin. First appearance of Green Goblin was in ASM 14. You know, and that's just a crazy expensive book. What's the next best thing? The second appearance in issue 17. And actually, this is the Green Goblin's second appearance, and this is actually the first appearance that he showed up on the glider, which is pretty cool. Because I think he looks way more menacing than he did in 14. And this is another really, really undervalued book. And as time goes on, you know, as ASM 14 rises in price, people are going to get priced out of that. And this is the second best thing. It's the second appearance and the first appearance on the glider. So it's a really cool book. I'm very proud to own this book. This is my oldest issue of Spider-Man. And I'm definitely glad I was able to acquire this book. Okay, now, we all know that Submariner is going to eventually end up in the MCU. And if Submariner ends up in the MCU, they could definitely do with Defenders, because you got Doctor Strange in there already, and you have the Hulk in there already. So, who's in the Defenders? Doctor Strange, the Hulk, and Submariner. And this is their second appearance. They first appeared in Marvel Feature number 1. So, this is Marvel Feature number 2. And this is a very, very undervalued and overlooked key issue. This is the second appearance of the Defenders. I absolutely love this book. I got it for, I think I got it for half price. It says $25. I think it was a half price deal, and I think I paid $12.50 for this, which is a fantastic deal. And it's still a pretty cheap book right now, because everybody's going to look for Marvel Feature 1 or the Defenders number 1. So this is their second appearance, and I love it. All right, the next book I got for you guys is, now we know the Black Cat's going to come to the MCU at some point, and she made her first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 194. Yeah, 194. Okay, so what's the next best thing? ASM 195, the second appearance of the Black Cat. And it's a very undervalued and overlooked book once again. And that's why I'm showing you guys this stuff. I want you guys to, you know, not get discouraged because you can't afford a book, you know. You can go for the next best thing and maybe, you know, save, and, you know, hopefully you come across, you know, the first appearance and you could jump on it if you're able to, you know. But to not have, you know, you shouldn't feel bad about not having a first appearance when you could easily find a second, a third, or even fourth appearance. Hell, I have a fourth appearance of Iron Man. I forget the number, but it's, you know, Tales of Suspense. Right? Tales of Suspense? I believe so. Tales of Suspense. I'll show that book off. But, you know, I can't afford the first Iron Man ever, but I got the fourth one, so to me, that's awesome. Okay, next book I got for you guys is Silver Aged Amazing Spider-Man, and this is the first appearance. This is the second appearance. The first appearance of the Prowler was ASM 78. This is ASM 79. And they're both really affordable, but this is a super affordable second appearance. The first appearance of the Prowler is really not a high-priced book, but it's still a Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man. So, you know, there's just any Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man. It's going to have a nice size price tag on it. Nothing crazy, but still, you're going to drop, you know, maybe 50, anywhere between 50 and $100, you know, depending on the condition. Maybe 150 for a really, really, really sweet, you know, clean, tight copy. But this is a great second appearance for a good price. All right, sticking with Amazing Spider-Man. We got the Lizard. He showed up in I forget the issue. I had it written down, but I forgot to write it down. But this is his third appearance, and this is issue 45. Really, really clean copy, and another Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man. You know, and eventually all Silver Age low number Spider-Mans, anything under 50, is going to get just super, super expensive. So if you could jump on it now and get a third appearance of a great character. I just absolutely love this cover too. That yellow makes the Lizard really pop. Looks menacing. And third appearance. All right, the last book I got for you guys is another DC book. Okay. Jonah Hex made his first debut in All-Star Western number 10. They did a movie. The movie was actually pretty cool. I think Dennis Quaid played him. But his first appearance was, like I said, was in All-Star number 10. And this is totally different. This is his second appearance, and this is Weird Western Tales. And I just love the cover. It reminds me of Carter Slade and Ghost Rider. Kind of got that same kind of look. But just a really, really, really cool book. And once again, I think I got this book for half price. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, you know. And I'll try to do it again. And give you guys some, you know, tips on, you know, don't get discouraged because you can't afford a first appearance. Because there's plenty of second and third appearances out there. Hell, even fourth appearance that are just going to retain and grow in value. All right. So you guys, God bless. Pop Culture Candy. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. And I hope to talk to you again soon. Okay.